Good morning, everybody.
Oh, we're live already. All right.
Pop that out. A live chat.
USA, Arizona. Hey.
Hey, Jennifer.
What's up, Jennifer?
Well, you guys see it yet or what?
See what?
Ron Lockwood's video?
No.
Oh, no, he put it out already? I didn't see that.
Yeah. Yeah. That it was worth the wait. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Come on. No, and that's because
People and Paul, I'll let you know who's strange. I'll let you pick who's strange. Okay, yeah. We gotta be strange in order to come on here. Are you coming on, Laura? Hey.
I had to resub to him. Apparently I wasn't subbed to Ron's channel. I thought I was, because I was at it a few weeks ago. What's up, Jennifer, Russell, Laura?
Yeah,
Mama Laura. Going to take her a few days, I'm sure, to get fully settled in. I'm sure she's working on it every day.
No, he was around last night. He sometimes lets other people come in first. Like a horse race. Well, it depends who comes in first, right?
I dropped off last night because a damn thunderstorm knocked the internet out. It was out for about an hour. That's why I all of a sudden left. I was sitting there and then all of a sudden all you guys froze on the screen and that was the internet for an hour. It was out.
Oh, I know what to do. Okay, I want to go to Google Maps.
Suppose I better get the chat up here, huh?
Okay. Nice. Okay, what if I can pull up that address? Why not address come up?
Shoot. Right.
Still have no internet. Wow.
Still got no internet yet.
Hang on, Jennifer. Getting started in the morning. You know how that goes.
Yo, okay, there we go. 448. 448. 28. Right line. Okay, let's go to. It does go right to that gravel pit. I gotta do that aerial today. What kind of buildings they got? Barns.
See what the weather's gonna be like today around here.
Lots of trees.
Oh, that's a big ass storm coming in later.
Yeah. Okay. I got a few outbuildings and a house and 50 acres of land.
Yeah, look at this right here. And watch it as I go.
Oh, yeah.
As far as I can go is about 1 o'clock. That's when it's gonna start hitting the side of Florida. Yay. I have 89. Not too bad right now. And 81% humidity today. Jesus.
Clear field all the way down to get to the end.
What's up, Joe?
Hey, Captain Joe, good morning.
My forehead shiny. Team picture today and tomorrow, so I'll be working during the afternoon streams.
You're gonna probably have to do this in 2 locations, I guess. Good job for a couple for free.
There's the James R. Barker. It's out about 25 miles from Duluth.
Hey, oh, oh. This is a different one, isn't it? Yeah, that's a different
I'm
one.
so confused by these videos.
One, two, three. Concessions away from the airport, so it shouldn't be a problem. Field wraps around the house. Hey, good morning, Cordmano.
What's up, Corey?
Finally getting good internet until Thursday. Should be getting 1.5 down and 1 up. Only been waiting 6 years to get fiber to the house. Well, you know, the funny thing is, Rogers here. About 3 weeks ago, they were here trying to sell me fiber internet. Okay. Then I was having problems with my internet here, and it's on a Rogers line, but I'm not a Rogers customer. And technician said, there's no fiber in this area. He said, it might be way over. It could, you know, like, I think he said a half, 3/4 mile away. He said, and it comes on cable the rest of the way. So it's not, it's just bull crap. Oh, yeah, you got fiber. Hey.
What's up, John? How's it going? Let's see, but also sorting some stuff out.
JRC. So heat and humidity to dominate in the London region this week. Oh, to get hot, are we? Hot and humid week. Daily forecast 26, 28, 29, 29, 30. Thursday, Friday calling for rain. Maybe. Well, tonight and a little bit tomorrow, but yeah. Well,
Yeah, I think you were right about that, Hodges.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's up, Dustin? How's it going? David, how's it going? Akarashio. I went to I went to Studio D.
Studio D. Oh, Dustin, good morning. What are you up to today? Could very possibly be there, Justin.
Well, that's all I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
No, he's not frozen. He's doing some stuff on the computer. He just
Chilling
does
at work.
freezes.
Been chilling at work, don't tell. You know, I expect $20 in my PayPal, John, if you want me to be quiet about it. Yeah, Paul's just contemplating life, John.
Fucking nuts, man, going like 50 miles an hour down the damn street. Asshole.
They are bad.
Oh, but that fast down this street, the party comes on the side, they're about fucking retarded. Well, Miranda's gone for the day.
John has left the chat. Somebody screenshot that and sent it to his boss.
What's up, babe?
Oh, goodness.
That's up for you.
Hey,
Oh,
you-
nice, Corey. That's gonna be some good speeds there for you.
He likes that.
You stop looking out once I get to that thing.
Hey, guys, I'll be right back.
All right. Said no.
You should go,
I gotta bring my phone down here in a minute. I better call a couple numbers because my phone's off until Wednesday. But I need to use your phone so I can call a couple numbers. Make sure all my court dates and everything are caught up, but I gotta go get the numbers out of my phone first.
Okay, I'm gonna go out here.
That's fine.
I was trimming bushes. I wanna get it into the can to the road because the pickup.
Paul, make one of us hosts before you leave.
Oh, there's something. All right, that's fine.
Neither one of us are co-hosts.
yeah, I know. He never made any of us host or co-host or anything else, right? He's gonna go out and do some stuff in the bushes in the containers. Trying to find where. Okay, I'll go get it someplace else. Okay.
I wonder where JD's been at. I've seen him in the chat in a minute.
No, he's been out, not around for the last few days, right? So,
Yeah, it's probably been about a week since I saw him.
damn, where the hell?
Right, you little bug. Get the hell off my stuff.
Where'd my butt go?
What's everybody up in the chat up to today? Besides John being flaky at work.
There we go. Now we got it. That's what I'm looking for. Copy. We're gonna go over here.
I
And,
got some serious
Hey.
heartburn.
and if any case anybody's interested, you want to see a really, really good video, Ron Lockwood just posted his one from the bear hunt on Canada. Excellent video. Excellent. It was just awesome. Gonna go here. Okay.
Yeah, I had it pulled up watching it just now. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna comment, nice takeoff and nice landing.
What's that on?
Ron's video.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's what I always put on everybody's video, even if it has nothing to do with drones. I'll put nice takeoff and nice landing. Because it was a joke because Matt, so it started over on Matt's channel. Matt posted there was a live stream, and in the whole live stream, we didn't talk about drones at all. And somebody posted on a comment, like a week later, they put a comment on the live stream and they said, "Oh, nice takeoff and landing." We were like, "What the hell is this person talking about?"
Did Ron get his
So-
basic license? I don't know.
That's what I always put on Matt's videos too. Oh, the whole Jake Paul thing, yeah. Jake Paul's a bit of a douche, though. I don't like him, John. Him and his brother act super entitled. I'm not a fan of those guys. They remind me of the Island Boys. Those douches. He went to go do something with his tenants. I'm not sure where he went to. Went outside to do something. So we have no control over anything.
Nope. I don't know. Yeah, we're not even a co-host or nothing. Paul's got control of it, and we can't do anything.
Yeah, he walked off and left.
Today's garbage day for him, right? So
God, tear my-
bushes, so he wanted to get him in the garbage before they showed up. So.
Tear my computer apart today and clean it. Always fun. Oh, you're funny, Dustin. Oh, that's hilarious. Actually, Sarah used to watch that show, Dustin. I know exactly which one you're talking about. When we lived in North Carolina, her and her friends used to go to that damn, what was it? The hell was the name of that place? something bees or something. And it was a drag show. Sarah and all the girls used to go there all the time. They'd always be trying to drag the guys there, and we were always like, hell no. I just can't think of the name of it though. It was in Wilmington, North Carolina. Ah, man, I wish I could remember the name of it. Sarah and the girls tried to get me to go to that for years, me and all our friends and stuff. Well, no, I don't take everything out, but you know, I take all the panels off. I take the front panel off on the front fans and I wipe it all down on the inside, clean the fans. You know, I go in and clean all the blades off and then I blow it out. Or I blow it out and then I wipe all the fans and everything down. Just get in there where, you know, air compressor doesn't really blow this shit out. Kind of go around in there and wipe the frame out and everything. Now I would do a pretty deep clean about every 2-3 weeks on it. Tear all the panels off the sides. Just wipe it all out and clean it. I use the air compressor for the motherboard and all that. I don't touch any of that stuff. Because my whole front pops off. I can pop the whole front panel off of mine and all 3 fans are exposed and then I can get in there and clean the blades off, you know, individually clean them and everything. And then I have the 2 panels on the side that I take off.
No, we can't, hey Jennifer, it's great, but, no, we can't, locate, you know, on something like that all the time.
No control.
Yeah, we showed us once already where it was, so that's enough.
Well, and honestly, like 90% of
Okay. Oh, okay. What happened?
well, normal audience that's in the chat, they don't even really pay attention to this anyway.
Yeah.
Most
know.
of the guy,
Crazy
most
that-
of it. Do what?
I said, I don't know. You froze or I froze. I'm not sure which one.
It was me. It said my internet connection was unstable. It's been acting up since yesterday.
Oh, mine's. I did a speed test. Mine, the download's good, but the upload's way off. Yeah.
I wish we would have never changed damn internet companies because Spectrum just
Yeah.
never had issues with Frontier. But Spectrum is all the freaking time. I hate Spectrum.
Was he a little on the Lord's just said? Yeah.
Well, don't, well, see here, Laura, if I go to the police department and I report it stolen, they send out a report to all the pawn shops in the county and throughout the state. And then if any of those pawn shops get any of that coming in, they have to report it and they will go around to all the local pawn shops and check them to make sure nobody's tried to sell it. Like, I don't know if they do it the same over there, but that's how they do it over here if you report it stolen. See, that's stupid. That's the first thing they should do. Like, see here, like all the pawn shops have to keep really detailed records of everything they buy. And they have to have IDs, like photocopy IDs with everything. And the cops will come in there looking for stuff. And if they have it, they just take it back from them. The pawn shop's out of the money. And then they go arrest the person, whoever sold it.
I just run another speed test and now my download is low. It's all over the freaking map. But my provider is going to call again on Friday to see if anything's been done yet. The system here.
It's time to go whoop some ass in, Laura. Yeah, the cops over there are useless. They ain't gonna even do anything about it. Now, do they do the same thing in Canada, Hodges? Like if you report something stolen, they check all the pawn shops, right?
It's one of the first places they do pawn shops, right?
Yeah.
Especially around here. There's a guy down here about 2 blocks away. It's called Paul's Bicycles. And anyway, they go to his place first because they got
Yeah.
bicycles being stolen around here, like 2 or 3 a day.
Good morning, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Morning.
Wow, that was quite the video, boy. That was earth moving, that one.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had one person this morning apparently did not like it
Wow.
and wrote a pretty vulgar, nasty comment to it.
Is
I
it
removed
still
it.
there? Oh, you should have
No.
left it up there. So we
No.
could have, why? We could have
No.
trolled him.
Yeah.
Nope. I went to his channel and
Oh,
I
come on.
started out kind of nice. I said, hey, I said, you don't like hunting videos, don't watch it. But if
Simple.
you choose to put a comment, and I said, I got to respect your comment. I said, what I won't tolerate is your 12-year-old behavior and the vulgar, nasty comments. I said, do it again. I said, I will make it my life's mission. And I put life's mission in capital letters. I said, to see to it that your YouTube channel is shut down. Then I put any questions with a big question mark.
Man, next time leave it up there. We could have trolled the hell out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Some fun.
Yeah.
So that's what we do on Laura's videos. Whenever somebody says something stupid, we all go over there and we all go over there and make replies on their comments.
So
Yeah,
in
but I
essence, Ron, he doesn't like any hunters or
yeah, and that's fine, but you have no right putting vulgar, nasty comments on my channel. I will not accept that.
male
won't tolerate
male or female, Ron.
I was a male. So,
Uh,
and like I said, if you want to put, hey, I don't appreciate you putting on, whatever, that's fine. I respect your opinion, but you do not need to put vulgar, inappropriate language and call me names on it. I will not tolerate it.
Man, Ron, you should have left it up there. I'd have been the first one
No,
over there.
that's just it, Dustin or Justin. I don't want a war. I want my channel to be clean. No,
Family friendly. Yep.
everybody.
Yeah.
No way. And
'cause
there's
you know what? So you just take the risk then of something happening or somebody trying to get you, YouTube strike or I don't know.
It was like that one kid that was making fun of my channel, and I told him that's not what your mom said last night. Shut him up pretty quick.
Lance has got his Mini 3 out.
Oh, nice.
hey. You're gonna go fly.
But Hodges, did you see what I mean? How I had to coordinate that music with?
Oh,
Did you see
God.
the karaoke portion that we put on there?
Well, yeah, that part, but also where you're sitting there at the table about drinking coffee, then at nighttime we drink whiskey or something, and
Yeah, it said,
everybody had
Yeah.
a drink in their hand.
yeah.
Yeah,
I said it took some time coordinating to do all that.
yeah, it would, but it was worth it. Holy crap,
Yeah.
man. I can't wait to see the Alaska one now.
It should be better.
Hey, Lance, that's an interesting strobe you got mounted on the bottom.
So at nighttime, I don't know if you guys have a Mini 3. Anyone?
I did have, but I fly the air too less. Yeah.
So at night, when you fly it, the landing lights, once you hit record, turn off. So you
Oh,
can't.
do
see the
they?
wing. Yeah. So you can't see the
Yeah.
wing. And I think the reason they do it is because they're so close to the camera on the Mini. It's such a small drone, so the lights turn off. So
They just
I
turn
saw
on-
that product and I thought if I fly at night, and I've only flown at night a couple times with this, I put the landing on there and then you saw the strobes, lighting up, right?
Yeah.
So then you can see it at nighttime. So that's the reason and then I shot a light painting the other night. On the beach at night, and I used that so you could see the drone better. And then I took my DSLR and took, I don't know if I showed you guys that, but so I painted, with the drone, and I took my DSLR with the long exposure and
Oh, that's cool.
took that. So yeah, so it's just fun to play around with,
Hmm.
And I took it up this morning to I did a time lapse of Mount Rainier and the clouds. I think it's going to turn out okay. I'm going to look at it now. Why I talk to you guys.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. You're the person okay, it's up in Washington, not near. I was up, well, I've been up there twice. Once was 2 years ago. Then you live in some beautiful country. The motorcycle ride up along the coast and up along Mount Rainier, and a couple of the other ones, I can't remember the names of them, but man, just awesome.
Is that Lance's first drone?
No, I don't think so. Lance, that's not your first drone, is it?
No, I started with a Phantom 3 standard. Then I
Okay.
went to the Mac, the Mavic 2, then the Mavic, then this was my third drone, my Mavic 3 Mini, and then I have the Mavic 3, and then I'll have the Avata. So the Avata is my favorite. Although I'm a camera guy, I'm a photographer by trade. I love the Avata. It just, I mean, it's a FT, it's a FPV on training wheels. So it's, I understand it's not like the 5 inchers a lot of the guys fly, but it's a lot.
Yeah, no, yeah, don't compare it to one of those. You get them
No.
guys going.
Those guys are good. Those guys, I don't hold a candle, but it's so fun. And and I'm not, but 2 years ago, I said, I don't want to flip. I don't want to, do all this stuff. The first person view drones did not appeal to me. And then I started seeing some of the Avata stuff, and I thought, maybe, and they don't go crazy. A lot of them don't. Some of them do. Some of them are really good. Like, who's real good? Hot Rod is great, and Rodney, and there's some really good Avata folks. Mark Fisher, but I thought I just want to fly through gaps, and that's what I've been doing, is just doing the gap stuff, and not I'm flying with the wand, and I love the wand. It's perfect. And a year ago I thought I would never get a Nevada, but boy, I love it. And it's a first person view on training wheels for sure. It's not like those other guys that are awesome.
Yeah, relax yourself, Joe. It's 9:30 in the morning. We're not drinking yet. He's in the chat yelling Nevada.
Yeah, those are. Is that Joe America?
Yeah.
Yeah, America. How are you doing? Joe's good as well. Joe, I love his. He does a park a lot. Some park, some park where he lives. He puts up a lot, so he's a lot of fun to watch as well. He's good. Avada. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Feel me a lot better in 48 hours. Means I'm going home.
They said it was supposed to rain up here in Seattle today for a day only. And they said it was going to start last night about 4. I'm outside in my backyard having coffee, and it's dry as a bone. It was clear when I took the Mini up. It's starting to get a little overcast, but not bad. Not like, in fact, there's still sun behind me. So we'll see. But the weather comes from that direction, and that's where the clouds are coming right now. So we may get some rain later today, which we need.
Yeah, the whole West Coast needs some rain. Oh, it really is kind of foggy looking.
Saw that post from Laura that apparently she's still in search of her drone. I'm not sure I want to put my drone in storage.
Well, she said
No.
that the cops aren't gonna do anything. Apparently, they don't even go and look at the pawn shops there like we do.
Huh.
Like, you know, how if you report something, uh, you know how when you report something here, they immediately will go to all the local pawn shops. Plus, they'll put out the pawn shops get a daily report, like an APB on all items that are stolen and to keep a lookout for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't do that apparently over there from what Laura said. The cops literally said, unless they happen to run across it and find it, they ain't gonna do anything. Stupid.
You see the message there, Paul?
Yeah,
But what I'm saying, Justin, like I said, when I moved a year and a half ago, my real expensive, like cameras and drone, they went in my personal car a couple days beforehand, and I kept them at my friend's house. But I wouldn't have put them in any kind of a storage unit and had them movers do that. Yeah, you got to watch movers. I think there's a lot of that goes on.
Yeah, you gotta
No.
be careful. Well, the only problem
Yeah.
was she said the reason why she didn't take it was because
Huh.
it wasn't allowed at the place that they were staying in because they don't allow those batteries in there.
Oh,
So that
really?
was the main issue.
Huh?
And they were checking their rooms daily. So
Really?
yeah, because it's like a temporary home for people as they're placing them into housing. So they don't want people bringing alcohol and drugs and all that crap in there.
No kid. But they're allowed to go through your personal stuff, huh? Wow.
I'm sure it's probably just a peek through and maybe you have to be there. I don't know exactly if they can just walk in and start going through your stuff. I don't know how they do it over there. But see,
Wow.
that's what problem with some of the homeless people over here, why they don't get help, because you can't have that kind of stuff in those facilities. They won't allow drugs and alcohol in there, and that's why some people won't go get help because they don't want to get off of that stuff.
Yeah. It's true. Oh, another hot day in North Dakota.
That's all she can do at this point. Corey is wait around and see if it turns up. If I even had an inkling if I knew who it was, oh, they'd be getting a knock on the door. I'll tell you what. I even suspected it was somebody. I knew where they were at.
well, that's time lapse.
Yeah, I did a 20 second time lapse this morning. It took me about 25 minutes with the
Yeah,
Mavic 3.
yeah,
But
those
this was,
time lapses take forever.
yeah, it's like that's all there is. After you watch it, but I'm gonna play it one more time. I haven't seen it yet. This is the first time I've looked at it.
The biggest thing you got to watch out for is because your drone's stationary, just keep an eye out for birds.
Yeah, at 350 feet, not a lot of birds are that high around here.
That's one thing I would always watch for when I was doing hyperlapse. I'd sit there and pay attention because those birds, man, around here, they'd be that high. But sometimes I'd be doing like a bridge of traffic. And so I'd only be like 100 feet up right off to the side of the bridge, And yeah, I'd pay attention because we were here in Florida, we got cranes and all that crap. And yeah, they'd knock that drone right out of the sky.
What city are you in, Justin?
I'm in Winter Haven,
Okay.
right between Orlando and Tampa.
Okay. So you're inland a little bit.
I'm dead center of the state, length and widthwise. I'm dead center.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm about an hour and a half each way from the coast, depending on which direction I wanted to go. But my town is going to be Orlando in another 2 years. The amount of growth, we're actually in the fastest growing county in Florida.
I have a brother that lives in Fort Myers.
Yeah, I've been there. But yeah, it's insane the amount of growth that's growing around here. It's so quick.
Yeah, a lot of the retired folks from up north come down, sounds like.
What's up, Mark? Well, it was kind of not to get political, but it was kind of the COVID thing. There was kind of a mass migration to certain states. And Arizona, Texas, Tennessee, and Florida, those were the 4 that everybody flocked to. And Florida, yeah, we're getting just hammered with people. Like I think we're already the 3rd in population size now. What's up?
See y'all later.
Okay, Ron,
Hey, Ron.
And
Thanks
we'll catch
for-
you tomorrow.
thanks for popping in, buddy.
See you
All
around.
right, guys. Have a great day, everybody.
Lance, I can't hear you. What'd you say?
I said, I'll see you, Ron.
Oh,
But oh yeah, our city's probably quadrupled in size in just the last year.
Wow.
2 years. It's just insane growth. All the orange groves are going away. Developers are buying them and building housing complexes and everything else on them. There's cities and towns that haven't seen growth in 40 years. Now all of a sudden in the last year and a half, they've tripled in size. Well, if she can do the Find My Drone app, Corey, through the app without having to have the controller, which I think you can do. I can't remember because it's been a while since I've flown a drone. But if somebody's stupid enough to turn it on, then maybe she'll be able to find it. But fortunately, she's gonna have to.
well, she
ping it
doesn't
every-
have the controller, so
But I think you can still do the Find My Drone through the application, can't you?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
I'm not sure if you can or not.
Well, the other thing too, is that maybe what you ought to do is start a GoFundMe for replace my drone and let some people throw a few dollars your way, so at least you can get back in the air again while it's summertime, you know?
Track DJI. Yeah, because I've never had that issue where I've had to track it, so I'm not entirely sure if you can or not.
Don't you need the controller though in order to track my?
That's what I thought.
That's what I'm thinking, but I can't. I'm not entirely sure on that.
Yeah, Corey says it has to be linked to the
Yeah,
app.
see, and that's stupid. You should be able to go into the app without the controller or anything because that drone should be registered to your account. And there should be some kind of setting in there where you can just go in there and say, hey, I lost my drone, boom. And what it should do, the way they should have it set up is where you can do it without the controller or anything, just on your phone. And then the minute it picks it up, it should alert your phone and say, hey, we found it. It's pinging over here. That way you can jump on it and try to go get it, you know?
But it'll have to be turned on for you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If somebody's dumb enough to turn it on, that's when it should track it for you. But you should be able to set it to, hey, it's lost. And then the minute it gets turned on, the GPS will kick in.
Laura
and tell
Laura
you
said
location.
DJI told her that you cannot track the drone.
That's stupid. There should be something in their system for doing that. That's dumb. Because you can do it with your cell phone. There's no reason you can't do that with the drone. I mean, it literally has GPS technology built into it. There should be no reason why you can't go into the app, report that it's missing, that it was stolen. And then the minute that drone gets turned on, it should send a signal right to your phone and alert your phone, hey, your drone's pinging here. Then you can alert the authorities immediately and say, I found my drone. This is the address or wherever it's pinging to. Hopefully it's not in another country.
I'd be talking to a lot of the pawn shops if they got some around town there and just say, hey, look, you know,
Call in there and just ask them.
goes up.
Yeah, that's crazy how the cops don't even check the pawn shops around there. That's wild. I said that's the first thing they'll do here. It don't matter if it's a piece of jewelry, a drone, a TV. If it's anything that can be sold, they'll check the pawn shops. Cause there's people that get in trouble all the time that go 3 counties over to sell something, and guess what? They still get caught because all the pawn shops in Florida will get that thing every day, and they get a detailed list of stuff that went missing with serial numbers and all that stuff. We have 2 or 3 pawn shops in my area, Mark, and they're actually all big corporate pawn shops. So they're actually big chains. So. But as far as mom and pop pawn shops go, yeah, there's none of those around here. The 3 that are around here, one of them's, the one that I remember is Cash America. And, they got locations all over Florida. They're a big company. Yeah, well, Laura, hopefully somebody will turn it on. Maybe you'll get something, but you're just gonna have to sporadically check it.
But the thing is, even if it's registered in her name and all that stuff's on it, can they just not do a reset? Black and white
Yeah,
there?
you don't have to unbind it from somebody's account to fly it, cause I sold my Air 2 to that guy and he had the app on his phone and he hooked my Air 2 right up to his phone and flew it. No problem. He
No.
didn't have to, I didn't have to unbind it for him to fly it.
Now, did she get hers stolen,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like out of her car or something?
They were moving, and she put the drone with all of her moving stuff in storage until they moved into the new house. And when they went to move back into the house, the company that stored it says they didn't know nothing about no drone.
I don't think it was the storage place. I think it was the movers that moved it.
Yeah.
Cause the storage places, if they're like ours over here, the storage place doesn't actually have access to your unit at all. You rent it, they give it to you empty, you put your stuff in there, you put the door down, you put your own lock on it. And the only way they access is if you don't pay the bill, you know, and then they
Cut the
do
lock.
yeah, they do like a foreclosure on it and then they cut the lock. But other than that, they can't get into, I mean, unless they know how to pick locks, I guess they could do that. You're in a shady, running a shady, storage facility. But I've never had problems with the amount of storage units I've used over the years.
But that one that Laura has, it, I don't know, like it would be registered through DJI, but nothing else with it because that's under 250 grams. You don't have to register, you know. I'm not sure about in the UK, but under 250 grams, you don't have to register with the CAA, whatever they call it or something.
Yeah, Sarah's lucky, her headphones, weren't showing me, where the location of those were that got swiped off her desk at work the other day. 'Cause I would have been hunting somebody down and whooping some ass. But for some reason, her headphones will not connect. Even though you're supposed to be able to track them. Like the watches in her phone. But I still haven't been able to find her, headphones. It don't matter. Whoever took them anyway, they were breaking anyway, so they got a crappy pair of headphones anyway. They were like 2.5 years old, so they were worn the hell out anyway.
Still, you got to replace them.
Oh, the whole point of it is they shouldn't have stolen them regardless, and they look at it and find out who the hell they were. I've been checking it every day too to see if her headphones reconnected. And it said on their site, it said the minute somebody reconnects it to their phone, it will automatically re-ping the new location, but whoever took them has not hooked them up to their phone. So.
Oh, she lost her action camera too. Sarah said she can't get an appointment until Thursday.
Yeah, she did like Matt and threw her back out yesterday.
I threw out mine there on the weekend, but it's feeling better this morning. I was watching a guy from Pilot Institute yesterday. He was telling me that remote ID on an Apple phone, you can't get the app for an Apple phone. It's only on an Android. You know, when you get remote ID, you know, Karen gets a hold of the program, puts it on a phone. They said
Uh-huh.
that you can't do it on an Apple phone. You can only do it on Android.
His Apple
Interesting.
sucks.
Yeah, but that puts out 50% of the people that are out there because they have Apple phones.
Oh, go back out. Damn it.
Don't you have some good meds for Sarah?
No. You know how hard it is to get any good medications anymore if you actually need them? People abuse them so bad they won't give you nothing anymore. So this is, see, like right here, that's Sarah's iPhone and her cell phone, or cell phone and watch, but there's her headphones. And they still, that was last week they went missing, and it still hasn't shown that they moved. But they're not connected either, so.
Well, can't you zero in on where that is and go search that area?
That's her office building. But that's the problem, is that they haven't reconnected. That's just giving a location. The
The
last time
last
they,
place it was, okay.
yeah, and that was like 5 days ago, so.
Oh, Captain Joe said there's an app through the Apple phone. I don't know, like that what's his name? Pilot Institute said that Apple couldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, and Mark's right about that. He was putting his socks on and threw his back out. Sometimes, and all you have to do is just stand up and you can do it. I've done that a couple times over the years. I literally just stood up out of a chair and my back went out. I didn't do anything, just stood up normal.
Wow.
Okay, I'm wrong, but I know I just watched. There's a brand new one from Pilot Institute just came out, so I was just going by that. You know. Oh, that must be misinformation or what do they call it, disinformation or whatever. If
Well, unless Pilot Institute was talking about a specific app, because there's 2 or 3 of them out there already now.
it was a brand new video, so you would think that you know. Oh, I see what you did, sir. You're trying to put your pants on, but you were wrestling with Justin because you're trying to get him off. So you threw your back out. Okay, now we understand.
Yeah, she was getting, I think she was, no, I wasn't even up. She was getting ready for church, I think. Yeah, I had to help her get dressed this morning.
I don't know if I should or not, Paul, but here, take a look at this. This is where I got a fly this morning.
Yeah,
Look what over here, the Elgin Flyers Model Railroad Club is right here.
well,
One,
that's not an issue.
I don't know if I should go and see if anybody's flying or if they're flying in my area or not. If I'm
Well,
flying,
yeah, but you're talking about airspace. You're not talking about ground space.
yeah.
You don't have any legal.
No, I know, but I just want to make sure they're not flying over where I'm trying to fly with their
Yeah, but
drone.
if somebody's flying,
They're open, like every day. I went to their website, right? It says they're open right now.
well, the only thing is that you could be, you got to be conscious all the time of what's around, because Yahoos go to the Best Buy and buy a drone and put it in the air, thinking they don't know, they don't.
I said the FAA don't do very much marketing anyway on information.
Hey, come September 16th, are we gonna be able to take off if we don't have RID?
If it's probably gonna force you to turn it on through an update.
We don't know. It's
Yeah.
up in the air.
With
Yeah.
your Mini 3 Pro, I guarantee it's already turned on. Cause a bunch
I-
of people said the last update, it was already, it was turning itself on.
Yeah, and I have not updated since they said this update will put RID on and you can't take it off. So I just haven't updated yet. And not that I want to fight the system, but I just haven't done it yet. So mine doesn't yet. Eventually will do it. But
Well, what's stupid is the whole 250 gram rule. DJI is just putting it on all of them anyway. So it's like, what's the point of that rule then? Because
You
All
know,
the new ones have it on there.
well, I don't know about you, but here in Canada, like even the Ottawa airport, but a lot of airports now have got drone technology, that they can
Detects it.
the
Yeah.
drone in with like a 10-kilometer radius. But why do you need remote ID? I don't understand that because
Well, the government's watching no matter what it is, even right now, and they have been. Because when was it? It was it was few months ago, Paul. I went down to see that ship down on the river between Canada and the US that went aground. And I was flying, and all of a sudden Border Protection rolled up on me and says, what are you doing? What are you flying? Where are you?
yeah.
Because they got a call from their dispatch that there was a drone in the air.
yeah, but what I'm saying, Mark, is on the 250 gram drones, you should have the ability to toggle it off and on because, and depending on which batteries in it should tell the firmware of the drone. Yeah, you have the bigger battery, and so it has to be on. If it has a smaller battery in it, should automatically turn off.
Well, Mark is right, though.
But-
If you're a Part 107, you have to register it.
Right,
Yeah,
but what I'm
and
saying
yes.
is you should be able to toggle that off if you're flying recreational though. If it's under 250 and
Well,
you're
yeah, but-
recreational, you just shouldn't have to have it on.
The problem is, Justin, then you'd have to have another situation where, okay, if you're going to toggle it off for recreational flight, every time you turn it on, it's going to say yes or no, recreational flight or professional flight, 107 or not,
yeah,
Well, I mean, that's not a big deal, but
Well, it is some people.
yeah. And I have never used my Mini for my commercial yet. I've only used my Mavic 3 and my Mavic 2, which brings me to the next question. The Mavic 2, it sounds like they're going to update that firmware in December. Is that what you guys also read?
yeah, they're supposed to be updating a bunch of them. And some of them won't be till like the end of December, I think.
Yeah,
Like
it
the
said like
Phantoms.
December 31, I think. So,
Yeah. They gave them like an extra month or two to get them
Yeah.
all updated.
and I have a waypoint I need to shoot before the 16th of September then. That before they shut down my Mavic 2.
Well, it's like Dre and Al and all those guys will have said too, like most of these companies that are asking for professional work, like Dre will tell you, he gets a list of drones that he's allowed to use like that. They say, oh, you can only use these drones. And none of the minis or the airline, like the Air 2, the Air 2S, none of those drones are actually on those lists of what companies consider what they want. You know, they want like Mavic 3, you know, and higher, or
Yeah.
maybe a Pro 2 or a Phantom 4. They have to be a really good specific set of camera type settings to be able to use for doing certain things. You could get away with doing like probably real estate work with a Mini or Air 2S, a Mini 3.
Yeah.
If the person's not overly picky and doesn't want like, you know, super high end shots. Probably depend on what type of real estate you're doing too. I mean, if you're doing $1 million homes, that might be a different thing.
Yeah.
Or said she watched someone get their drone taken out by a military. They flew a military base. Well, like even
Oh.
right here, like prisons, you know, military bases, all that stuff, they're all getting that drone detection now. So, you know, like they know you're flying around the area, whatever. I think that
Hey,
airport they said goes up to 30 kilometers away, they can tell.
you gotta be about stupid to fly over a military base. So that's just, oh my God, dude, you're just asking for your drone to be taken down. I wouldn't get within 2-3 miles of a military base at least. Even if it said I could fly there, I wouldn't get that close because they have all kinds of weird radars and crap that could, you know, that aren't standard commercial stuff that could
Yeah,
seriously interfere with the drone.
Corey's got to take off. So see you guys. See you, Corey. Yeah, 10 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, that's one thing if you have approval, Dustin, but if you're actually doing a contract for the military. But
Well, they had over here at London Airport, it's an international airport control tower and everything else. But they had a group from Fanshawe, aviation place, but they were flying drones down the runway for inspection. They were trying it out. I think they did it in Edmonton too, if I'm right. When there's a lull in the action, they put out a drone.
what I'm saying with military bases, though, they could have experimental shit running that you don't know about that could seriously affect a drone. I mean, that's probably more dangerous to fly around one of those just from interference wise than anything. It was funny. I saw it go out to sea towards the base and never came back. I heard them cursing behind me. That's all I'm saying, Dustin. That's why I said that time I was flying at the park and I was like 100 feet off the ground with the Air 2 and those FA-18 Growlers came from the air show in Lakeland and they flew over top of me. The drone started doing this crap. I didn't hear them come until they were over top of me. So I'm sure it was something in their radars that because they have that radar jamming crap.
Yeah, but you know, the funny thing is, some people that do buy drones don't care about the rules or regulations or don't know about them. They just think they have a drone, they can fly anywhere they want. You know.
Well, that was the biggest conception with the minis too when they came out, right? A lot of people, you know how many people I saw or heard that bought minis and they'd be like, oh yeah, I got this because I don't have to register it. And they assume because you didn't have to register it,
You didn't have
that
to
you didn't have to follow the same rules as the other drones. And it was like, no, the only thing the 250 grand thing had anything to do with was whether you were going to spend $5 for 3 years or not spend $5.
Well, I don't know.
Oh.
You see what happened up here in Canada, the Ottawa airport? That guy had I think it was an Air 2S. Yeah, he flew to Ottawa Airport twice. Second time they caught him. He had $3,000 in fines here.
Yeah, I saw Don Joyce did a video on that. I was gonna watch it last night and I forgot.
Yeah, pretty good article. And it shows what laws he broke and everything. There were 7 different laws that he broke, that guy. But see, there was another incident we had in Toronto a couple months ago or 3 months ago where police drone, they were surveilling us something to go get somebody. And he flew right into an aircraft coming into land like a small airplane, eh? Big freaking dent in the fucking cowling. And the drone come crashing down right beside a senior's building. And lucky it didn't hit anybody. But the thing was that they only got $1,000 fine. There was a whole bunch of charges they could have charged them with, but and even had a spotter. Well, the spotter wasn't doing his job. They just said, "Oh yeah, we had a spotter," you know.
And that's true, Mark, because I was one of those people. Yeah, I went out and bought a drone. I didn't think there was any damn rules about them. I thought you could just throw them up in the air and fly them like an RC car on the ground.
What they should do when you open the box, it should be a big fucking danger placard in there. As soon as you open it, that's you see it before you see the drone taped in there, so you have to physically remove it. It just says, "Hey, you know, there are laws for this," or they should even have it on the disclaimer on the box or something, you know, in large letters, not little fine print.
Yeah, about a month after I bought mine is when I ran across Jim and Matt shows on YouTube. Like I hadn't even really looked up drones much on YouTube when I first bought it. I was flying it around for about a month. And then I was on YouTube one day and I was like, you know, I'm gonna look up and see what kind of drone, see if there's any like drone information.
Yeah.
And I put in drone live shows and here goes Jim's channel pops up immediately. And he happened to be live at the time and I popped in his chat.
There's a guy here
I
that
started learning all kinds of stuff from them.
on Facebook. I've been texting him back and forth. Seems like a really nice guy. I think he's just retired or whatever, but he's been flying, doing pictures everywhere. He knows a little bit about the laws, but I was trying to point him to, you know, like Don Joyce's channel or, you know, some other channel, or that to learn about the, you know, legalities of it. And he goes, "Nah, I haven't got time." You know, I just like, yeah.
Oh, bite me, Dustin. No, I did though. When I ran across Jim and Matt's channel, I was in their chat for probably a month or two, just asking all kinds of questions. And they were always really nice and answered them for me. And then I met Jim at the meetup, the first South Florida drone meetup. And that's when I started coming on to his and Matt's shows. Been on there ever since. That was like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that.
You know, and the funny thing is, like, you know, somebody, Justin said, "Well, get 100% of the morons and ruin it for the rest of us." But, you know, murder is illegal too, right? But they still do it. So,
But that's the thing is when I bought the drone, it didn't say anything. There was no information in there about anything with FAA, nothing. There wasn't no pamphlet in there that said, "Oh, you should look into this. You should go to this website, read this information." There was nothing in there. The only thing it said in the entire manual for that drone when I bought it was check your local rules and regulations. But it didn't give you any like tell you where to go to look. And I didn't really know a lot about the FAA or any of that back then. But like in Australia, Dominic was showing the pamphlet they get, and they get this big old CASA pamphlet. And it tells them all this drone information and what websites to go to. And you need to read these rules, and it has a basic set of rules. And it's right there at the top of the box. The minute you slide that box up and you open it up, it's right there on the top. They don't do that in the US.
Yeah, if the FAA were to put out a pamphlet or something, that'd be helpful.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you buy the drone, if you actually had a pamphlet in the top of the box, and that was the first thing you saw when you opened it, big letters that said, please read. And it gave you all the information about the trust test, the basic set of rules, what websites to go to. I mean, when, like I said, when I bought all my drones, none of them had any of that information in there. Nothing. Didn't tell you anything. Like I said, all's it said and that's if you read the big old thick book that came with it, it would say in there in small letters, learn your local rules and regulations. That's it. That's all it would say, but it wouldn't tell you where to go look up anything. Dustin, they need to come out with a FPV drone that has a 360 camera built into it. So whenever you look into your goggles, you could look completely around, all around you. That would be cool. Kind of like that same technology that the F-35s use. You know, that helmet mounted display that the F-35 pilots use. They can actually look down at the floorboard of the plane and it looks right through the plane and they can see underneath them. If they look behind them, they can see right through the plane. It's a complete 360 camera view around them.
Well, yeah, you'd have to have that in effect with goggles because you can't use it for just a controller.
No, I'm saying, but that would be cool if they had a drone with a 360-degree view on it with either multiple cameras or one 360 camera to where if you had goggles on, you could look in any direction, down, up, around, and be able to see everywhere around you. That'd be really cool.
That would be
it's coming,
that would be
Justin.
cool, but it could be considered dangerous, and I'll tell you the reason why. If let's say you were looking over here, like when you're a pilot of a plane, right? And you're looking over here, your jet or your plane is going that direction, and you're looking over here. So if you're flying a drone, boom, you can run into a wall or run into a bridge or a tree or.
Oh,
So on that, Paul, the Avata has that feature. It's called head tracking. And so you can turn it on in the goggles and the drone will go that way. And if you look this way, it'll still go that way, but it'll film and look where you're looking. So you can do that, but it's not a 360. But Justin, it's on, the 360 is on its way. It's just a matter of time. Within 5 years, I bet we have something like that.
well, I mean, and you could have the technology is going to get better as far as sensors and all that. As far as being able to see long range and be able to keep you from doing stuff. But shit, people run into stuff looking right at their screen. I see that quite a bit. Paul lost his air too. I remember that. Still don't know what the hell happened to that thing.
Nope,
The Air 2S, he was
it was in the fog.
super foggy that day, and that thing just decided to go off and do its own thing. And
Well,
disappear
it
somewhere.
disconnected, and it disconnected underneath the bridge. And so what it did was, I'm surmising, I had the return to home at 250 feet, which would have been higher than the bridge. I think it went up, stopped, the sensor stopped it underneath the bridge until it went into auto land and it went down in the water.
Yeah, that's probably what it did. Well, that's why I told TJ, I said, when you're doing the follow, because he likes to do the follow me on his bicycle. I said, make sure when you're doing the follow me mode on your bicycle, set it to when it disconnects, the drone just stops,
Yeah,
hovers. Because if you set it to want to go up a certain height, it might be below the tree line following you and it may not sense the tree limb and hit it, or it's going to go up to the height and get to the correct height. Then it's going to go back to some home point you had set a mile back that you didn't update and you rode a mile on your bicycle,
Right.
you know? So it's actually better when you're doing the follow me to set it just to stop and hover, because then you can stop, turn around, find it, look for it, bring it back to you. And it won't hit anything. It's just gonna stop and sit there. Because those, I don't care, we've seen no matter how good those sensors are, they will not see cables in small branches all the time. Even the Skydios, as good as the sensors were in those things, they hit plenty of trees. And they were considered some of probably the best sensors out there as far as being able to see things. Skydio had really good sensors on them.
Are they still making Skydios? I haven't heard much about them.
I don't think they're making anything new, but they're still selling the 2 versions that they had, I believe.
Okay. Because, Autel and DJI are 2 of the ones that are coming out with new models and new this and new that. But you don't hear much about the other manufacturers. GoPro gave up on theirs, right?
The Karma, yeah,
Yeah.
they bailed on the Karma.
Yeah. Which I think was stupid. I think they should have tried again. I hate when companies go into something and they have one little mishap. They're like, all right, we just give up. No, go stick with it and try it again. Their drones are really cool looking. As far as just the aesthetic look of them, they're really cool. And it's just their software was horrible. That was the only thing. They really just needed to work on their software. Because those drones had a bad problem with just flying away. They had a lot of flyaways with those Karmas. Actually, TJ has 2 of those, I think, still. They're both broken though.
You guys want to see something really wild? Holy crap. Watch this. Watch all the vehicles here. Give it a second. Boom!
Is that a gas explosion?
Yeah, the big gas explosion, right?
Oh yeah, ripped the whole damn road up.
Yeah. Wow.
No, it was the Air 2S, Mark, not the Air 2. The one that Paul's lost. That was the Air 2S, and then he got a replacement one.
Well, they didn't totally replace it. They gave me a discount.
Yeah, the 25% discount. Oh, look at this frickin' video that Wedge sent me the other day. Now, this is nuts.
Are you screen sharing?
I'm trying to stop the video. There we go. I was trying to enlarge it. But look how calm this person is in this tornado, just filming this damn tornado. Like they don't say anything, but you can tell they're just totally calm. Watch us. Because they're not panicking or anything.
Go to the roof. There's a tornado right there.
Wow.
Well, and the crazy thing is you see their big building went right there, right? But yet the carport and the little crappy little thin metal shed, those two, nothing. They just stayed the whole thing. But the roof and their big ass garage building they had over there, completely gone.
You can fly with it. Oh, yeah. walking outside. Really. Guess it's gone now.
It's nuts, though. I said, you could tell that they didn't seem very concerned because they didn't seem to panic or even say anything in the video. All right, Laura, we'll see you later. What's
Yep.
up, Trevor?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take off. It's 20 after 10. I got to do aerials here in a little while. I got some things I gotta get done, so.
Yeah, that's right, Joe. Skydio is the company that's lobbying against DJI.
Oh, sure they are. But I bet you it's all China parts inside the drone.
Hey, Paul, before you go, I was looking for an update on your Autel experience. Are you happy with your Autel?
Oh, yeah, well, my go-to drone. Yeah, because I don't, like with me, with the airport around, and
That's true, Joe.
I don't have to go through all of the permissions to fly. Like even here, I'm part of the bow tie. I have to get permission to fly here at my house. And I'm outside the airport, but I'm in that bow tie. It's just
Oh,
pain.
those bow ties go well beyond 5 miles.
Yeah. So, but anyways, but the thing is, you're in town here, and the plane can't fly under 1,000 feet. It's illegal.
At my old house, my bow tie went right through the middle of my house. So on one side,
Oh, somebody's froze. Okay, it's him.
Justin froze.
Nobody else is moving. Okay. I think he just lost internet or something over there. He's been having trouble since yesterday. But no, like my
I could take
Autel.
off the other side of the house.
Yeah.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're here now.
Okay.
You're locked up for about 30 seconds. Yep, you froze up. Oh no, you're moving it. Okay.
I was gonna say,
Wait.
no, I used to have a bow tie that went right through the center of my house.
Yeah.
One side I could take off, the other side I had to go on the website and request permission to unlock it for however many days or whatever. I think I'd do it for like 2 or 3 days at a time.
Well, I did a house over
Stupid.
here on the street. I parked on the far side of the street so I wouldn't get my vehicle in the shots. I took off and I couldn't go across the street because DJI was blocking me. So then I had to land, go over on the other side of the street, get permission to fly, then I could fly. It's just a pain in the ass, like going through all this steps trying to get it all. But anyway, so my Autel, I just fly. It gives me a warning of oh, you're in a zone. So what? Yeah. It's like the Inspire 1, it'll warn you, but that's it. They don't stop you, don't do nothing, right?
I mean, that's true, Mark, but you can still fly within a mile of an airport. You just have to go at whatever ceiling they give you.
Yeah.
Like because they will tell you on the little rings going out. They'll
Yeah.
say you can fly 100 feet in this little ring, or you can fly 200 feet, 300 feet, 400 feet. I don't know if it's the same over there, but that's the way they do it over here.
On a regular house, I don't go over 250 feet to start with, just for a top-down shot, right? I go up, do one, maybe two, and then I come back down again because the rest of them are all, 80, 100 feet or something, or less than that. Some are only 10 feet above the ground. But I just have to fight with it. And then the camera on the Autel is 20 megapixels, but if you go to HDR, it's 48, and then you can do, all the other stuff, devlog, whatever you want to do. But, because it does 6K video, but I'm not going to do anything like that because it's too big a file to start with.
I just figured out the other day my S22 does 8K video
Huh? Does it?
recording. Yeah, I didn't even know. I went in there and was messing around with the camera set because I really don't use the camera that much, to be honest with you.
Lance, what is that?
My daughter went to Taylor Swift last night.
Oh, the Taylor Swift hoodie.
Oh, little
she
little
just bought it.
Tay-Tay.
She bought a hoodie. I'm not, she's, yeah.
How much were those tickets?
Just under $1 million.
Oh,
I think 350, and she bought them like 6 months ago. But they were selling for upwards of 4,000 yesterday, people walking by wanting to buy them. So
Yeah, so you can do 8K at 24 frames.
A 24 frame. Oh,
Can you imagine that, Justin? Paying $400,000 for a ticket to see Taylor Swift concert?
She better be doing something else for me if at that price. That's a ridiculous. I mean, I guess look, if you got the money and you're that big of a fan, by all means, I mean, people are
Spend your
obviously
money,
paying it.
but there are
I mean-
people sell stuff they got in their house to go to things like that, you know?
Well, that's their own stupidity then.
If I was my daughter, I would have sold my ticket. I would have said, sure, here you go. There's 2 months of rent in college.
Yeah,
You'd have been out there, I'll give it to you for 50 grand. It's a $400,000 ticket. Be out there scalping it at the gate.
anyway. Okay, anyways, guys, I gotta run. I got stuff.
Okay, Paul, take care. We'll see you later tonight.
Yep, I'll be around.
See
Okay,
you, Paul.
Trevor, it's Taylor Swift, little Tay Tay. So they call her Tay Tay. So Stewie Griffin called her. Oh, Tay Tay. Yeah.
they go crazy.
She's hot, but Katy Perry, way hotter.
Shania Twain.
Still today though?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't. Probably
See
not.
what
That
she-
was 20 years ago.
Trevor says
Yeah,
Taylor.
she
who?
was back in the day for sure.
Is it what Taylor wrote? Taylor who?
Yeah.
Huh.
See if they got any recent pictures of her. I don't know how recent these pictures are. Yeah, she's still not bad looking. I mean, I don't know how much makeup she's got on, but assuming these look like pretty recent to her other pictures. But she looks a lot younger in the other ones.
I wouldn't kick her to the curb.
She's not bad looking still. It's like Michael Jackson. If he wouldn't have died, dude, do you know that tour was expected to make over $1 billion? That was gonna make him rich again, because he was broke right before he passed away. But there was a big hype around that tour.
And he passed away the day before my mom passed away. It was July 25th, 2009. Who else passed away that day that was famous?
Well, see, that's a problem. If one's more famous than the other, then they overshadow their death.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't really hear about it.
Farrah
Now
Fawcett.
he died of a drug overdose, right?
Yeah, because that
think
doctor
so.
was right him. Yeah, because he had his own personal doctor that was giving him whatever prescriptions he wanted.
Yeah, prescription medications.
Yeah, he was just writing him a bunch of pain meds and shit.
And Farrah Fawcett died the same day. So that was the other one. Farrah Fawcett and Michael Jackson.
And I would say she's although she's very famous, he probably
Oh, he was much more famous. for sure.
overshadowed her. Yeah.
I see the crooner died just the other day.
Who?
Tony Bennett, the crooner.
Oh, Tony Bennett. Well, that's the thing too, is if you go and look, like, remember when we were the celebrity deaths for the year?
Yeah.
You do actually, you don't realize it.
TJ.
But yeah, at the end of the year, there are about 100 of them. What's up, TJ?
What's going on? How's everybody doing this morning?
Another day in paradise.
Good
Yeah.
TJ. Good TJ. Good morning.
Hey,
Good morning.
TJ,
Very much.
Lance was just saying that his daughter bought a pair of tickets to go to the Taylor Swift concert.
Oh yeah. I wonder how
You
that
know
was.
what she paid?
What?
$350 a ticket. Her,
350,000.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
they were selling for 4,000 at the door.
Wow.
You know, scalpers were. But I haven't seen her yet. She's still in bed, but it's only 7:30 here, and she didn't get she probably didn't get home till about 1 o'clock. They had to take the actually the other girls parents drove them into Seattle.
What was that, Justin? All of a sudden you went from the back of the chair to the front of the house with it sounded like a fart noise. Like, boom.
Always get TJ with that.
How was the show anyways? Did you have fun?
You know, like I said, she's still in bed. She probably didn't get home till like 1 o'clock. And it's only 7:30 in the morning.
So by the time she got home, you guys were already in bed then.
You know, not my wife. My wife she's not a helicopter mom by any means, but she was like, they're taking the light rail home. So my wife was just a little bit concerned, you know, because Seattle to Federal Way is about a 40-minute drive, and they go through some sketchy neighborhoods on the way home. So my wife was like, I don't know about this, but parking was $150 to park. So there's no way they were going to drive.
Yeah. Yeah, we live near some pretty sketchy neighborhoods ourselves.
TJ fits right in.
So, CJ, I know you would buy this from me.
See,
For
look at there.
Oh, that's cool.
You got the
Cool
t-shirt.
shirt.
The-
Little Tay-Tay.
Little Tay-Tay, yeah.
So I just saw this sitting on the counter. So I'm sure was excited to buy that. This is hers, of course. I wouldn't wear a Taylor Swift.
No, you'd look out of place. Yeah.
Like 60-year-old man wearing Taylor Swift. No.
Well, I feel sorry for the person that approaches TJ on the street. Thinks they're going to give him a hard time. They go running down the street.
That's funny. That's good stuff. I'm gonna murder you.
Sure you are.
That's funny.
Hey, TJ, the $1 million question. Did you roll your coins yesterday?
Yeah, I did, but I don't know if I have enough money for the Avada quite yet.
Go in and negotiate. Pretend you're in Mexico.
Pretend I'm in Mexico.
And TJ, that doesn't mean he's suggesting you buy a Mexican Avada.
A Mexican Avada.
Yeah.
Did you look at Danny and Nikki's wedding?
No, not yet. I will.
Justin's looking pretty serious there.
Uh-oh. I think
The boss is back. TJ's off camera.
back in a minute. I gotta fix something.
TJ's in trouble.
I think I may have burned up a gasket in my damn.
Yeah, the weather's halfway decent here today.
Yes.
How's the weather where you are, Lance?
It's starting to cloud up a little bit, and they said rain overnight, but it did not rain. I think the rain is still off the coast, and it's on its way because my hyperlapse, you saw the clouds come moving in.
Yeah.
So it'll rain later today, probably in an hour or so. But it's supposed to get nice again tomorrow.
Does it get hot there?
Not overly, it was at 80, 85 yesterday. We've gotten to 100. We usually get to 100 3 or 4 days out of the summer, and that's about it.
Not like them poor guys down there in Arizona.
No, not even close. I'm gonna put a link in the chat on my Avada yesterday. I shot with my buddy Kip Gardner, who flies the Avada too, and we were doing kind of a follow the leader, and he crashed his drone and I caught it on tape. It was kind of cool. I think you guys saw it yesterday, maybe. I think you did. So ignore the link. Actually, it's a little longer video than what you guys saw, I think.
Joe, what are you talking about in the chat?
Venmo payments for today's photo shoot.
All right, good job, America. That's are you doing senior portraits? What are you doing?
Oh, I remember doing school pictures.
America's not responding.
Let's see.
So what's your plan for today, Justin?
I got a few things I gotta do online, but that's about it. Just gotta update some applications and stuff.
Not much going on in the hiring area, huh?
Every job I've applied for, they've sent me things back saying they're not interested, so. I put in for a bunch of big companies, so.
And what's your trade again, Justin?
Well, I was a manager for Walmart for a long time, and then I was working for the gas company for a little bit over a year.
You think Walmart blackballed you?
Now, it's just, I guess they don't have any positions open. They haven't sent me nothing back, but I'm in the pool for interested on the website, so. It's just hard getting anybody on the damn phone at Walmart. Like you call the Walmart and the phone just rings and rings and rings and rings. Like nobody ever answers the damn phones at the Walmarts.
Huh.
And I've applied for Pepsi, Spectrum, what else was the other one? There was like 5 or 6 big companies that I have to go back through my applications and look, but yeah, they've all sent me emails back responding to me. So we've decided to go in a different direction. Okay. Oh, Aldi's was another one as well. But I've always heard that Aldi's doesn't like hiring ex-Walmart management, so that might be a reason with them. I don't know if that's true or not, but they did send me a thing back saying they weren't interested. I'm not sure if that's a actual thing, but I was always told that.
So Joe, you are shooting sports. You're shooting sport shots. Is that right?
Freaking Trevor.
So Captain Joe America.
What's up, Captain Joe and Mark and Lance and everybody else in the chat? Trevor, what's going on?
Morning, Anthony.
So what happened was okay. So the top part, like there's a gasket in there, and it had fell inside, and it was stopping the blade. The blade from spinning around, so I had to take the top off, and yeah, so that's what happened. The gasket on the top part had fell off like inside, so I was trying to get everything to blend inside the blender, and it was yeah, So that's the story.
Oh, I thought you were telling a joke. My bad.
No, I was telling a story. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. Between the checks that I have in the checks that were given to me for my birthday, and then like all the coins, I don't know. I'll have to add everything up and see if it's enough to get the Avada. I'll have to check
What
it out.
coins? What are you talking about coins?
Like quarters, dimes, nickels.
Oh,
and
just
stuff.
stuff you saved? Oh, I thought somebody like gave you some coins.
Oh no.
He
Oh,
plays his guitar on the side of the street, is what I heard.
TJ trying to take all his commemorative coins in from the QVC channel. How much can I get for these?
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Those are such a waste of money, I swear.
Yeah.
People will go buy all those commemorative coins from the QVC and all that crap.
Yeah.
Then they find out that they're like silver plated or they'll be gold plated, and nobody wants that stuff because it's too expensive to separate it. Plus, they make millions of them, so they're really not that collectible.
Yeah.
Because there's still coins out there that could be 100 years old, but there's still actually millions of them out there, and so they're just not worth anything.
Oh, is this you, Lance, doing the park right here with the?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
was that
that's,
somebody else?
So Kip Gardner and I, he's a guy that lives close to me. He and I fly a lot. We fly
Mhm.
our different drones, but this was our Avada kind of playing tag, you know. So he would follow me and I would follow him. And so if you look close at the
Oh
first,
yeah, I see his falling down.
yeah,
I think
he,
he, like
he
had
crashed.
just had clipped like the edge of one of the bars or something, and it had like fell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So
pretty
that was
funny.
kind of a cool capture. I also captured him hitting a goalpost.
Oh
I mean,
really?
smack dab on hitting a goalpost a month ago. Is kind of a cool little capture. And it was just about it was getting dark out, and he had lights on his. And here comes the goalpost, and he hits the goalpost straight on and just
Oh,
explodes. You know, the lights come
wow.
flying off, and it's kind of a fun little
So he
video.
had to go out and buy a new one.
It didn't break. He said, you know, in fact, we went out to go get it because we were about 100 yards away from the drone. So we went out to grab everything, and his battery flew off, and we couldn't find his battery for about 15 minutes because it was getting dark out.
Oh
And so
wow.
we were shining lights looking, you know, for the battery. We finally found the battery, but he went home, blew, you know, crashed in kind of a sandy area. So he had sand in the motor. So he blew the sand out, and as good as new.
Oh
You
nice.
can crash and keep on ticking.
Nice.
I don't know who these pictures are of, but do you want me to show these, Joe, or no? Oh, I'll wait till he answers me. Joe, be honest with me too, because I've always been curious. Out of that $250, how much does it actually cost you to print those photos? I'm just curious how much of a markup he's getting on those. Because I'm wondering if he's
Size, I'm
printing.
sure, Dustin.
Well, I'm wondering if he's printing them himself, or does he just go to like any Photoshop and just have him print them out on specific paper? Or I'm just curious what the markup is on those. Well,
Yeah,
do you want me
I
to
don't-
show him or not? Joe, I don't want to show him if you don't want me to.
You
I
said there-
don't print myself because it's just too costly. I sent mine out, and it's more cost effective to have someone else print than for me to print.
you said
Hold
he
on,
does-
Joe. You're telling me, Joe, that you just take the pictures and you send digital files to the parents for $250 each? How do you sleep at night, sir? Jesus,
Jesus.
that is I mean, that literally just costs your time pretty much, right? But if you could do 20 kids in one day, that's nothing. That's insane. That's crazy money right there. That's pretty cool though.
So Joe or Justin, he said, go ahead and show the pictures.
All right. Guess I'm making a trip to Joe's house today. Yeah. The freshman moms. Nice.
Who are those girls?
Some moms of high schoolers, I guess.
Oh,
Jesus. But that's some good money if you're just like you'd like I guess give them like a thumb drive, or you just give them access to a online drive,
oh, bless you.
like a Google Drive or something. I'm assuming maybe. And then they go and print them out themselves. It's like that's all Walmart does now. You literally just walk up to the kiosk and you can put a thumb drive right in the machine and print them out right there. The machine will print them
Oh,
out
yeah.
within 5 minutes.
Was Hodges out doing some signs this morning?
Hey, had some things to do.
Oh,
I got the neighbors' kids' photos like, what was it, like 3 or 4 months back? I get this big white envelope in the mailbox. I didn't think nothing of it. I just opened it up. I didn't even look to see whose name was on it. And I opened it up and there's pictures of some kid in there. I was like, who the hell is this? And I turned it around and it was 405 address for the next road over.
It's
I
kind
pull
of
it-
funny when something gets delivered to your door or whatever, or in your mailbox, because like we get mail from the previous owner that used to live here, like or someplace else. Like, who the hell is this? And so like I had a piece of mail the other day, it was for somebody, and I looked at it, I was like, who the heck is this? And so like I went and searched for the address and I found it and I knocked on the door like, hello. And I was like, yeah, I got a piece of mail for you. Like, just leave it by the door. I was like, okay.
The hell accent was that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounded like Chinese.
It sounded
or
like
something.
Asian, Indian, African, you know.
No, but no, I went over to the lady's house because it was like literally right over the street over. And I drove over there in the car and I said, I think I got your kids' pictures. And she looks at me, she's like all confused. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, I said, this is your address. I said, I didn't realize it wasn't my mail. And I just opened it up and I realized it was pictures of some kid. She goes, oh yeah, that's my son. She goes, thanks you so much for bringing it to me. I was like, don't worry about it. She's like, I'll keep an eye out just in case they accidentally, because we've had mail delivered to each other's house now multiple times to the wrong address. So she keeps an eye out and I keep an eye out for mail, and then we give it back to and forth to each other if we need to.
Did you tell her that you sent a copy of that photo to the missing children registry?
No, the hell would I do that for?
The missing children registry.
Dude, more like about 8 months ago or it was like 8 months, a year ago at the old house. I was literally, I got a knock on the door. I walk outside and the Amazon's truck's driving off, dude. And there's like 10 packages on my front door. I was like, what in the hell is this?
Huh.
Like, I didn't order nothing, because we all know when an Amazon package is coming, right? Like you're usually excited if it's something you're ordered and you're waiting for. So I'm looking at him like, what in the hell is all this? I started looking, dude, it was sort of like 10 houses down from me. So I loaded them all up in my arms and I carried them down there and knocked on their door. I said, I think these are all your guys's. I set them down on the floor ground in front of their door. But I've had 2 packages that Amazon delivered to the wrong address. and I saw the van go by and it said your package was delivered. I said, no, the hell it wasn't. So I get on the app and I just walk down the street and I'm looking at the door that they took the picture of. And I end up finding the right package and I walk up there and double check it. And the one lady comes outside. She goes, excuse you. I was like, this is my package. Thank you. Had my damn name on it. And I showed her the Amazon delivery thing. And then one of them, I went to and they pretended they didn't know that they had a package from me. So I had to call Amazon and report that it got delivered to the wrong address because they wouldn't give it to me. They'd go, oh, we didn't get no package. Oh shit, it said it was delivered. I got a picture of your front door. Whatever.
Whatever.
TJ, you should be a delivery person.
A delivery person, like, oh yeah, here you go. Here's your package.
You know, say, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I was telling you the day I got the Air 2, I'll never forget this. So the day I was waiting for the Air 2 to be delivered, it was like 2 or 3 days before the South Florida drone meet, the very first one they did. And I was waiting for it. I see the Amazon guy coming down the road. He goes to the house before me, delivers the package, which is like 5 or 6 houses down, delivers their package, and then he just drives right by my fucking house and says, you're next on the thing. This dude drives all the way across town to go get lunch and go to the bathroom just to bring my oh, dude, I was so pissed because I'm sitting there watching him on the app and I see him going a mile away and then he's getting farther and farther. I'm like, where the hell's this dude going? And he comes back like a half hour later and he's like, oh, yeah, I saw you standing outside, but I had to really go to the bathroom and I wanted to go get something to eat. I was like, dude, if you would have just stopped and told me that, I would have been like, cool. Or just stopped and hand me the package real quick. You could have went on your way. But he literally said he saw me standing out there waiting for him.
I actually had that happen to well, mine was a similar situation because her and I were getting ready to go up to the mountains, and this is when I had my my Karma drone, and I had ordered some props for it. And right when we were leaving, I saw the Amazon truck. I was like, "Hey, you got any packages for me on there?" And he was like, "What's the name?" I was like, "Last name's Alexander." And he's like, and then sure enough, he handed me like a bag of props, and we left. I was like, "Oh my god!" Just in the nick of time. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, both our houses that we've lived in the last 2 years, Trevor, they had the numbers right above the garage and big numbers and right on the mailbox on both sides. It's just sometimes people just ain't paying their fucking attention.
Where'd Lance and Paul go?
I don't know. Old guys tend to disappear a lot on this show.
Yeah.
Dude, there's been times I've come in and it's both Paul's and Dominic, and I come in and all 3 chairs are empty, and I'm in here. I'm like, what the hell? I come popping in, and everybody just got up and walked away.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Maybe Paul had to go to the bathroom, and then Lance went to go fill up his coffee, or maybe he changed shirts.
Oh, there's been 2 or 3 times.
Did you have to
I've done that.
refill on coffee, or did you have to change shirts, or what happened? Yeah, you. You.
No, I got hot and took my sweatshirt off and went and got some coffee.
Nice. What's up, John? My cousin John. Bathroom problem.
Dude, like I said, TJ, there's been 3 or 4 times I've come into live stream and there's 3 people on the panel and I come in and everybody's just gone.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting on the panel by myself. I'm like, what the hell? And all you see is 3 empty chairs.
Well, it's just like the delivery driver had to pee and wanted something to eat, you know?
Dustin. He said they had to run to the bathroom. The Vegemite working its way out.
Oh, that no. See, Vegemite acts more like a manhole cover. Like it will definitely block you up eventually. It just
Line
comes
you
out.
up. Hey, somebody should get a version of it and call it butt plug.
Yeah.
Those Australians be dealing with some serious constipation over there, all that Vegemite. That crap is like black tar, man.
Dominic eats that stuff all the time.
I know he'll stick a, oh my God. Ugh. That stuff is so gross. Just the smell of it is disgusting.
He puts it on toast, right?
Hey, Lance, have you ever had
Yes.
Vegemite?
No, I have not. My wife has.
Oh, if you want to, just go out in the backyard, find some dog crap and pop it in your mouth. And that's about the consistency and taste of it. Actually, that might smell better, to be honest with you.
That's some dog crap.
Dog crap on a
And
bun.
I'll tell you what, too, nothing will get rid of the taste, dude. I literally, after I ate it, I drank a whole like 2 shots of freaking tequila, swished it around in my mouth, swallowed it, and then drank a soda Coke right after that, trying to get the taste out of I could still taste it
Oh God.
for a good 30 minutes after I ate it. Oh,
Anthony, wasn't somebody going to send you some of that?
Yeah, this guy to the right, to the far right over here.
who, Lance? He's to the far right on my screen.
No, the other.
No, I was gonna send it. Yeah, I just never did. I still have it though. It's fermenting up in the closet still.
Well, one thing about it, I don't think Vegemite goes bad.
No, it doesn't. It stays
It
good.
starts out that way.
It doesn't start
Starts out
growing like
bad
green
and gets
stuff in there.
worse.
after a
No,
while.
Vegemite's literally a preservative. It stayed good for years. Like I said, and if you need to retar your roof, it's good for leaks as well. Go up there, spread it up there. No, the smell alone will make you gag. It's gross. And Dominic will just take spoonfuls of it. Like, look at this. Ugh. I mean, I guess if you grew up eating it, obviously it's going to taste good and normal to you, but
Changed it.
he's probably dreaming about Vegemite, John. That's where Dominic's at. He's like, oh yeah, just put it on some toast with some butter. It tastes great. But then he thinks, but then this is the crazy thing, right? Is Dominic thinks Nutella tastes nasty. So think about that, TJ. He likes Vegemite, but thinks Nutella is gross.
Hey, I like Nutella. That stuff's pretty
Nutella is
awesome.
delicious, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they're all turned upside down there in Australia. Oh yeah, do you still have those Karma drones, TJ?
No, I sold them a long time ago. There's this guy Pasquale that that has them that I sold them to. They were all in parts, and so I sold they were all just like in pieces or whatever. Like the body, like they were all just kind of it was just like the shell and like the bodies and stuff. So I sold them all to him, and he refurbished them and got them flying again. So he's got 4 Karma drones now.
I wonder if he ripped all the guts out and turned them into like an used FPV parts in them.
So Lance,
yeah.
what do you think? TJ turns around and tells us that he destroyed 4 Karma drones, and who I wouldn't go flying with them.
It's gross, John. Go to Walmart, John, get a bottle of Vegemite and try it.
I had one of my students bring one to school in my drone class, and he said, "Look what I have, Mr. Cadena." And I look at it, and that's a Karma. And he, about a week later, he comes back and he says, "It flew away."
Flew away. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
those things were notorious for that.
Yeah.
So I said it was just shitty software. If they would have,
I was at Uncle Ray's house one day with my Karma. This is when it was like flying, and I took off, and it was like doing all this. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So I brought it back down. It was
Yeah,
going on.
John, go to Walmart and get some of that Vegemite and try it out and tell me if you think it's,
They have it at Walmart?
yes, tell me if you think it's any good.
Oh, I didn't know they sell it at Walmart. I'll have to go check that out.
Don't you try it unless you're on camera. I want to see you try it on camera.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Don't
go
open
get
it.
some.
Don't do anything with it. Don't open it or nothing. If you go
It's
get a
come on
bottle of it,
camera. Yeah, with the
bring
ba-
it back, and then either whenever you get it, we'll do it on Paul's show. You got to open that crap up, and I want to see you sniff it
Okay.
and then take a bite of it.
Okay.
But yeah, you got to
Come on,
save
Captain
the
Jim,
smell of it.
Let me fly your Avada one time. Hey, if I could fly Ken Gottlieb's Avada, then I could definitely fly yours.
Yeah, well, he don't want you going in a giggling fit and taking his Avada into a tree.
Oh, that's a treat.
Oh, that's funny.
Now, I have heard, and as much as Tim hates Vegemite, they do say it's really good for marinating meat in.
Hmm.
That I would probably try to do. I'm assuming because it's so thick, you probably just mix it a little bit in with some water. And then put some seasonings in there, I guess, and probably just marinate it that way. But are you gonna go get a jar today, TJ? Come
I
on.
think so because I don't have to be into work till 3, so I'm gonna run up there after this and go get it. I didn't like how do they? Does it get shipped from Australia to here, or how do they get
Yeah,
it?
it's made in Australia. It
Right.
comes from. It's not cheap neither. Just letting you know. It's about $12 a bottle.
Well, I'm just getting one bottle. It's not like I'm getting like 10 bottles.
Well,
or
you either get
anything.
a bottle or you get it in a squeeze bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you want to get the regular yellow.
Yeah, the one like that one, the crap
Yeah.
one.
Right there.
That's the original brand right there. The one that Paul's pointing at with the pointer.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
one that's actually made in Australia.
All right.
Yeah, see, this one is made and imported from Australia too, but it's in a squeeze bottle.
But like I said,
what aisle would it be found on?
The Vegemite aisle,
I
spreads and stuff, isn't it?
don't know. Maybe with the condiments, I'm not entirely sure.
Well, just go in and ask somebody. They'll tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you can go on your Walmart app and it'll tell you what aisle to go to.
No, I don't have the Walmart app on my phone.
Well, download it. It takes like 2 seconds. Just put in your local store and then it will tell you if it's available and then it'll tell you which aisle it's on.
Oh, okay.
And they'll take you and then you just find that aisle like A3 or A4 and then you just go to that and then walk down the aisle.
That location.
All about location, location, location.
Location. What's up, Gigi, David?
Get you.
Like David said, click on it, it says what aisle. But the problem is, David, is TJ's not where Paul's at. So it might be different. Different store layout.
Yeah, and the thing of it is that every one of those when I pull it up is me being in Port Huron, it says free 2-day shipping. So I don't know if the store carries it.
Yeah, you could just go on online and order it, TJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could meet the
I like-
UPS driver out there.
But like I said, do not open it until you're on camera though, because I want to see your reaction when you first open it and sniff it.
Okay.
Because it has the most pungent ass smell I've ever smelled in my life.
Yeah.
Where's the Walmart at your place there, TJ?
It's literally like right up the road. I could walk there or bike there.
What city is it?
Riviera Beach? Oh, Lake Park.
Lake Park. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the way that they normally eat it in Australia, the way Dominic says they eat it is so when you prepare to eat it, you got to get a piece of toast Put a little butter on like you're just making normal buttered toast. Then you take a little bit of the Vegemite and spread it on a thin layer on there.
Oh. So should I do that or just put it on a spoon and just
No,
eat
what
it?
I'm saying is what we'll do is if you order it and you get it, you can go in there and make your toast real quick while you're on camera, butter it, and then come back, sit down, and then open it up, take a good smell of it, and then you're gonna take your knife and then spread it on the bread and eat it, and then you're gonna take that knife and chuck it in the trash because you're never gonna want to use it again.
Or save your $12 toward your Avada and don't buy it at all.
Oh, that's funny.
You got checks for your birthday? I haven't gotten money for my birthday since I was like 13.
Yeah, like my mom gave me $200 check, and then my stepdad gave me 100.
Hey, Justin, TJ is 11. He's still getting checks.
Now remember, you only got I think what 90 days on a check to cash it though, right? I think.
No, I think you could cash
They
them
expire, TJ.
Yeah, they do have an expiration date.
checks.
I think
Yeah.
it's 90 days. It might be
Oh.
6 months.
Yeah, well, don't you have like a certain amount of time before you can cash them?
No, because what they want to stop fraud, and fraud is somebody walking in with a
I-
check they say they got from their great grandfather and they've had it for 20 years, you know?
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's 3 months. It could be 6, but yeah, there is a time limit that you have to cash it. I don't know. I haven't used checks but one time in my life, so honestly don't see the point in checks anymore, but
Checks and balances.
yeah. Well, I guess when people are doing their taxes or whatever, because sometimes some people still keep like registers and shit. And so
you're talking about checkbook balance when people balance their checkbooks.
yeah,
Well, I mean, you don't really need to do that anymore because if you got a banking app, it gives you a detailed list of everything you're doing in your account. You can keep track through that.
yeah.
Like on my banking app, I can go on there and pull up my bank statement. It gives me a detailed amount of how much I spent at each store. And I mean, you can sit there and add it up and know how much money you got. Plus it gives you your current balance and all that. See, I was back in the day when you didn't have all that electronic stuff. And if you had $500 in the bank and you spent $20 here, $35 there, it was a way for you to write it down and keep track so you knew exactly what your remaining balance was.
Oh,
But you don't really have to do that anymore. UPS is striking next month. I didn't even know they were union. Yes, they are.
yeah, because they have stores all over the place.
Okay, hey guys, I've got to get going. It looks like it's about to rain and I need to bring the
Okay,
cushion
Lance.
from the chairs in, so I'm going to
All right, we'll see you,
go do that.
Lance.
Hey,
Have a good
nice
day.
chatting with you
Alright.
guys. Have a great day.
Guys, later.
Okay, bye now.
Bye-bye.
Well, and see, in some cases too, TJ, there's not companies aren't union everywhere though neither. See, cause like I knew a couple guys that worked for Pepsi up north and they were union up there, but when they moved down here, they weren't union down here.
Yeah.
So they actually lost money by moving down here.
Well, I mean, UPS is like the post office kind of, right? Because the post office is a union.
USPS, I don't know if they're unionized, but that's technically ran by the government. So I'm not sure. But UPS could be unionized in certain areas, and if that one area goes on strike, it can disrupt their entire, flow of packages.
Yeah. So yesterday I got to film a wedding for the first time. It's kind of
Right.
fun. Like I just had my drone like hovering, like, cause I was standing behind like some plants or whatever. And so everybody was like up on this like ledge thing. And so like I just had my drone like hovering and I caught like the bridesmaids coming down the aisle. But then like as soon as the bride and groom after they said their vow, I wanted to try to catch it to where like I could see both of them like standing at the altar like saying their vows. Like I should have like went backwards and had the camera
Did
like
they know you were filming them?
yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So like I should have had it like pointed at the altar to where I could catch them saying their vows or whatever, and then turned it around and catch the both of them walking away from the altar. But I mean, I got like pretty good, some pretty good shots and
I
stuff.
could just see TJ crashing a wedding 25 feet above him, hovering, looking down on him. All you hear is a drone. Zzz, and they're trying to do.
Oh god.
I said, how about-
It was all right, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
It was my first time doing it, so I was like, dang it, because after everything was said and done, like I put the drone down, I was like, man, I should have turned it this way, or I should have done it that way.
Well, did they have a chance to look at it or what?
Well, I'm gonna take a look at it and send it. I thought my
Watch TJ forgot to hit the record button.
Yeah. I filmed it, but I
Oh.
didn't hit the record button.
Dude, there was a couple of times I could have got some epic shots and I didn't even hit the damn record button.
Oh Lord.
I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then I'm looked down and I'm like, shit, I never hit the record button.
Yeah, I know Wedgeworth, I know. But yeah, my neighbors that live like right across the hall, right across the breezeway, those are the ones that got married. But like I asked her if she's good at editing. She's like, man, I don't even know anything about it. 'Cause I thought she could edit or something. So I was gonna send it to her so she could put music or whatever in there and do like a little video or something.
Let's see how many people have clicked on the Facebook listing. Marketplace. I haven't gotten any messages since last night about it.
About what?
The Spark I'm selling. No, I don't want to boost. No. I don't wanna do that. I'm not shipping nothing to nobody.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What's up, Getchy? I'm totally missed you in the chat. Sorry.
Ichigumi.
GG. All right,
Well,
buddy.
then-
I'll see you later. Don't work too hard out there.
Yeah, Joe, everybody does that at some point, or you'll forget your memory card. That's why if you have one of the newer, like you have an Air 2, Air 2S, that 8 gigs of memory will really save your ass in a pinch. I'll tell you that. There was a couple of times I took the Air 2 out and got all the way to where I was going and realized I didn't have the memory card, but luckily it had the 8 gigs of internal memory.
So you were recording without the memory card?
Yeah, because on the Air 2 and the Air 2S and all those ones, they have the 8 gigs of internal memory. So you can record straight to the drone if you need to. So it saved my ass a couple of times. But like the Mini 2, I've done it a couple of times too, where I went somewhere and forgot the memory card and I was screwed. I had to turn around, come all the way back to the house because it didn't have internal memory. And you know,
I'll look
screen
over
recording just
After,
looks like crap.
after I wrap up here, I'll shoot up to Walmart and get some Vegemite and then save it for next time.
I would check the website before you drive up there. You might have to order it.
Just go to, I'll check walmart.com and see.
Yeah, because they'll tell you whether it's available in the store, because they'll tell you to put your store location in.
Oh, yeah.
And it should give you a find my location by maps, and you just click it and it should find your store right on the map, the
Yeah,
closest.
let's see. Mart.com. All right. Here I'll do. Let's see. Oh, it disappeared. All right. So wait. Oh, is this one here? Oh, maybe not. All right. So do screen share. Sure. Okay.
Alright.
So
So
let's
go
see.
to the little location where it says West Palm Beach.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. Uh, is that the one that's closest to you? The one that's on the list down at the bottom there? Is that 45th Street? Is that the one down the street?
Yeah, is it the one? Is it the one that's on 45th Street? Is that the one right up the road? Hey.
Hey, hey.
Is it the one? Is it
I'll
Hey,
kick your ass the way you just asked it.
Is it the one that's right up the road? That's on 45th Street.
go ahead, slap him on the back of the head.
It's what? Oh, Congress.
Hey, hey.
All right, here, let's move this over here.
So you can put in your area code. Or your zip code, I mean.
Oh, here it is. All right.
So you're gonna make that your home store. Alright, click out of that. I think it should. Oh, why didn't it save it? Why does it keep freaking reverting to that zip code?
I don't know. 404.
Alright, is there anything at the bottom that says save or anything? Can't see because your thing's in the way, I guess not. Just click off on the side of the page. If it saves it.
No. Add address or something?
Might be because you're not signed in. Do you have an account with them or no?
No, Add address.
No, that's personal address.
Oh.
I don't know why it's not letting you. Cause it keeps reverting back to that other one.
Yeah, this one right here. Select store.
Okay. You got that one right. I don't know why it's not saving it. Well, I mean, it's reverting to the one that's like 2 miles away anyway.
Yeah.
So just put in the search engine Vegemite and see what comes up. It's probably because you're not signed in.
VEGAMITE.
Yeah. Vegemite, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
there it is.
GE Vegemite. It looks like they have it, I guess.
No, it's all 2-day shipping. So yeah, they don't carry it there.
Where would it say, where would it say?
Right there at the bottom where it says shipping arrives in 2 days, that means they don't carry it in the store.
Oh, gotcha.
Because it would say pick up today, like you could pick it up today.
Well, the other
Uh-huh.
thing you could do is you could call them and to double check and just say, just make sure that they don't have it.
Yeah, good luck getting them on the damn phone.
Yeah. So you'd have to order it and then,
And then they'd send it to you.
Yeah, because it's not, it's probably not a very popular item in the stores. That's probably why they don't carry it. We actually, in our store, we had a UK, so we had an international aisle. And every 8-foot section was a different nationality. And we actually had a UK and an Australian section. Each were 8 foot. And we ended up getting rid of both those sections because nothing was ever selling and a lot of the stuff kept expiring. We had to
Oh,
keep
yeah.
writing it off and throwing it out. So the manager, I went to my store manager because I was over grocery at the time, and I told him, I said, dude, everybody keeps asking for a gluten-free section. I said, we have gluten-free products throughout the store, but they're all mixed in with everything. I said, so why don't we make a gluten-free section? We'll take those 2 sections out and we'll put all our gluten-free stuff in that section. That's what we ended up doing.
That'd be funny if Walgreens sold Vegemite. Like what?
It's just not a very popular item over here. So
Yeah.
I understand why they don't carry it in the store. That's actually the ones that answer the phone, Trevor, are actually the girls that will usually work at the fitting rooms. That's the main phone in the store that they answer, and then they transfer the phone calls from there to around the store. But ever since COVID hit, they got really, really bad at answering the phones. Because they stopped doing a lot of the stores shut down the fitting room areas. And yeah, it was so hard getting anybody on the phone at Walmart.
So what kind of jobs are you looking for, Justin? Like
JD, I actually did in my store. So you and Wayne B can kiss my ass. I actually did invent the gluten-free section in my store. I came up with that idea. And it was because there was other Walmarts that had it, and we were one of the only ones in our area that didn't. And everybody kept asking all the time. Customers, would get like 20 customers a day asking for the gluten-free section. Where's it at? We don't have one. It's just mixed in with all the other shit.
gluten-free is supposed to be more healthier for you, right?
I mean, it's literally like, I think like an allergy or something that people have with gluten. Like they medically can't eat it for some type of
Because it doesn't have all that
medical
extra
issue.
shit in there.
I
Yeah.
think it's good for people that are diabetic too, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but our UK and our Australian section, we were literally like 80% of the products that were in those 2 sections, we had to keep throwing the shit out. And it was just expiring. Nobody was buying it. So it was my idea to get rid of both those sections. And then we ended up making a 16-foot section of gluten-free products. And to this day, they still have it there.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. You guys want to keep going? Justin, I'll leave it up to you.
No, I'm good. I'm about to jump off anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. TJ, good luck with the Vegemite.
All right.
Okay. See ya.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye,
you come with
everybody.
it,
We'll see you
like-
again tonight.
Look at
Bye-bye.
Amazon too,
Sickles.
TJ.
See ya.
All right, I'll see you later.